Heyo, I'm Creato. Today, I'll be showing you how to build this fully automatic paper farm that collects sugarcane and crafts it into paper for you to collect in the chest while the farm keeps on working. Also, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel as your support really means a lot. This paper farm is fully automatic and works on both Bedrock and Java Edition 1.21. These are all the materials you need to build this farm, and you can use any block in place of smooth stone. Plus, you will also need a 9 by 11 block area to build this farm in your own world. Start by placing 4 blocks in the lower left corner as well as in the lower right corner. Then place 8 stairs in a row on one side and do the same to the other side. And then place a line of blocks connecting both sides of the stairs together. Now you can dig out all the blocks inside the outline you just made. Then place a powered rail in the upper right corner followed by normal rails going all the way down. And then place 3 normal rails followed by a powered rail, and then 5 more normal rails with the last one making a turn. Then you can do the exact same rail pattern on the other side as well. Now go back to the first powered rail and break the block next to it and replace it with a redstone torch. And you can also do this for both sides. If the rails move around, just break them and make sure they are the same way as they were first placed. Then go in the middle of the rails and dig out the blocks to where the powered rails are. Then place 2 droppers facing upward followed by a hopper pointing into the bottom dropper with hoppers on both sides of the first hopper. Then place powered rails above both the left and right hoppers. Next, place a comparator in front of both hoppers with the output facing away from the hoppers. Then place a block in front of each hopper with a redstone torch on the side of the blocks. And then place blocks above the redstone torches, which should also power the powered rails. Then you can place a repeater on both sides with blocks in front of them to power the powered rails placed on the hoppers. Now go back to the front of the farm and dig out 4 blocks. Then dig down 2 more blocks as well as the blocks below the outline of the farm. And then you can place some blocks with redstone dust followed by a repeater pointing into the first block. Then break a block to get out and replace it back with another block. Next, place a slab in the corner with a comparator above the slab. Then place another comparator to the side followed by a block next to the first comparator. Then place a hopper next to the comparator and place your 3 unstackable items into the hopper. Then you can place a crafter facing upward next to the first comparator. Make sure to open the crafter and disable the slots on both the top and bottom rows. Then you can place a chest above the crafter followed by a hopper pointing into the back of the crafter. And then go back to the front of the farm again and fill in all the empty space around the redstone with some blocks. Now you can go to the back of the farm and dig down 2 blocks in the middle. Then also dig down on the right side followed by 2 blocks on the left side, as well as all the other blocks under the outline of the farm. And then you can place a comparator next to the bottom dropper with the output of the comparator facing away from the dropper. Then place a temporary block so that you can place an observer above the comparator with the face of the observer facing away from the farm. Then place a block in front of the comparator with another block 2 blocks to the left followed by a redstone dust between the blocks. Then you can fill back up the empty space behind the blocks as well as to the sides. And then place a sticky piston on the left block followed by an observer with the face of the observer toward the farm. Then place a block on the right and make sure to leave a gap in front of the observer. Now you can place 2 rows of stairs with a 2-block gap from the stairs already on the sides. Make sure the stairs are facing away from the dropper in the middle. Then you can fill in all the space between the stairs with some dirt blocks. Next, you can make a temporary infinite water source so you will have enough water to fill up the farm. Place a water bucket in each of the stairs so that you can place the sugarcane on the dirt blocks later. Also, make sure to refill your buckets and remove the infinite water source once all the stairs have water. Now place blocks on the back as well as on the stairs and front, but leave the blocks in front of the dirt empty for now. Then you can place pistons on the blocks next to the dirt and make sure all the pistons are facing inward toward the dirt. Next, place glowstone blocks between all the pistons on the backside of the farm. Then you can place observers on all the glowstone blocks except for the one in the middle. Make sure all the observers are facing toward the front of the farm. Then you can just place a few more blocks around the glowstone and observers. And then place blocks above each of the pistons. Now go to the back and place 3 rows of blocks there starting from ground level. Then place a few extra blocks behind the observers and in the middle. Then you can place slabs to cover up the top side of the farm. Next, place 4 lines of redstone dust, which is what will power all the pistons later. Now you can go inside the farm and place a hopper minecart on each of the powered rails next to the dropper in the middle. Then use the rest of the blocks to cover up the space between the dropper and the chest. And then place a water bucket on the dropper so that the items will flow into the hopper behind the chest. Then go to each side and place sugarcane on all the dirt blocks. And then finally you can place some glass blocks in front of the sugarcane as well as above the chest. Now the paper farm is all done, and we'll start collecting sugarcane and craft it into paper where it will all be stored in the chest for you to stop by and collect whenever you need it.